He's got 2 finals MVPs and 2 championship rings. Yeah. If I'm Kevin Durant living in the moment, why should I care one iota about my legacy, which I think is firmly set? And I think you do too if you have him 13th. Should I stay in a bad situation that's making me unhappy because I have a chance to move up to 12th on your list? Or in the small window that I have to play basketball with a repaired Achilles, should I say, you know what? No one's going to care about my legacy in a few years, just like nobody cares about LeBron being down with the Heatles when everybody thought it was going to be unfair. Now those are just 2 LeBron championships. So if he goes somewhere with a winning team and it hurts his legacy because he's not the bus driver, I don't think he should care about that. I think he should try to get to a spot where he can win. And if that is going back to Golden State to play the highest level of basketball that sports fans have ever seen, I'm okay with it. I feel like we put a lot of emphasis on his legacy, but he should not put any emphasis on it at all.
Okay, the reason I was so excited to talk about this is because, Wilds, you are unveiling, I don't know if you know this, you are in a very crowded sports landscape. You are unveiling a take that I've never heard, which is that legacy is meaningless. Yeah. Buddy, you grew up a Celtics fan. Why do they hang jerseys in the rafters? Jenna's a Yankees fan.
Oh, for legacy.
Why do they have Monument Park? Why do we build statues outside of Staples and now Crypto Arena? And you know what? It'd be like, oh, it's a sports thing. No, it's not. You ever been to a college or a university? See the names on the buildings? What is that? That's legacy. You ever been to a museum and you see the halls that are named after people? Why do they pay that money? Legacy. This is the only, listen, no matter what the current billionaire class thinks about being able to, infuse yourself with the blood of youth, the only true way to immortality is your legacy. You last as long as your name is relevant. So who's your favorite French general? I don't know, but I'm aware of Napoleon, so the guy seems to have a legacy. I'm not sure who came before or after him. I'm not up to date on that. But Napoleon lives forever. So the idea that the greatest of the greats in any field should not be concerned about their legacy, I would argue it's all you have. You don't get to take the money with you when you die. And so Kevin Durant already has enough money to where he's not going to spend it all. So what, I guess my question, what is the other point, other than just I enjoy playing basketball? What's the point of any of it? The trophies aren't going anywhere. The money's not going anywhere.
Okay.
And so the only thing left to build is legacy.
He should build his legacy, though, Broussard, by doing what he wants to do. The idea, what I think these tweets are saying, and I agree with, is if he's trying to craft his career path with legacy in the forefront of his mind, doesn't make any sense. All Kevin Durant has said 100 times is I want to hoop. I want to play basketball. You know why I went to Golden State? Because I grew personally and as I grew as a basketball player. The idea, it's if he leaves now, mark on his resume, mark on his legacy, take him down a few notches. I don't think you should care about that. I think the legacy is what you get when you make decisions that not necessarily are in your best interest, but you're just doing your thing. And the legacy comes secondary. Not let me put my legacy first and try to chase it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, look, it's a very nuanced conversation. And I think KD's tweets show a lack of understanding. You're comparing random everyday people to you as an NBA player. Here's the thing, KD. We don't buy jerseys of random everyday people. We don't watch random everyday people do their jobs on television. We don't pay them millions of dollars. We don't make top 50 lists, top 75 lists of the best office managers ever, the best postal workers ever. All right? We don't pay them millions of dollars, as I said. I'm glad you brought up I just want to hoop. Because this legacy, these tweets from KD are kind of the latest iteration of I just want to hoop. I just want to hoop is fine when you're in high school, okay? or grade school or playing open gym. I just want to hoop is not fine when you are a professional basketball player and you're in $1 billion business. That's what KD wants, just to hoop. Well, just go to the Y and just hoop, and that'll be that. You won't get paid millions. People won't talk about you on TV. You won't be in the Hall of Fame and all that. You have to mature and understand you're a professional. It's like what we do. If we could go do this in the barbershop, they are doing this in the barbershop. Take the guy from the barbershop, put him on national TV, and let people rip his takes, criticize him, or respond to whatever. It's a whole different story. So you're a pro. You got to understand that, KD. And Nick, the one thing I'll push back on you is, and this is kind of supports Wild's point. His legacy, he does have the tangibles, right? He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's top 75. He's got 2 finals MVPs. He's got an MVP. The moment he retires, if he doesn't win another ring, he's going to be celebrated as an all-time great.
Of course.
Where people push back on KD is because to whom much is given, much is required. He has been called the greatest scorer ever. He's been called by Steve Kerr the most talented player ever. He's been called all sorts of great, things. And it seems like he doesn't want the responsibility of living up to that.
No.
Because if you're the most talented player ever, then yeah, we would expect you to be able to lead a team to a championship. And so it's a nuanced discussion, but KD's got to understand legacy is important. There's a reason we talk about it. You're a professional.
And by the way, if part of his here's the other part of it. You don't get to choose whether or not you have a legacy. Meaning this, if you are one of the greatest ever in a field people care about, you have one. Flatly. Now, you can impact what it is. Kevin Durant, I think, and maybe this was the kinship of Kyrie, and I know we got to be quick here, but just give me a moment. There seems to be a disconnect on the trappings and money and fame and opportunity that goes along with being a professional athlete of a major sport in America and the drawbacks of it. Nobody gets everything in life perfectly. And one of the drawbacks of it is that because people are so interested in the sport and the people playing it, there is a bit of a dissection that would be uncomfortable for anyone to go through. I am not denying that. But without that interest does not come the fame, the money, the trap.